Welcome to another episode on our channel. We are continuing on with our female Viking series, for lack of a better phrase. I think customizing is the way of the future. It's fun. It's exciting. Creative juices get flowing. And it's cheaper, to be honest. I don't know how long we can sustain purchasing figures that are, I don't know, between $250 and $350 a shot at times, unless you go with lesser known brands. So the most expensive thing here is the Fison body. I think this was a better choice. I could have gotten away with a non-Fison body with the previous Viking because she was fully clothed. You weren't seeing any visible joints. But here you got her elbows showing, so a Fison body I think was an appropriate choice here. The head sculpt is Brie Larson, who played Captain Marvel. The armor and some of the other things on her I got from the place I mentioned last time, Toy Anxiety. They sell a lot of 1/6 scale loose accessories, and so the black skirt is from them. Very identical, basically, except for color, to the brown skirt that was on Gal Gadot with the previous Viking. So black, though, goes well with silver, so I thought that was a good choice. She has chest armor, and this is very well fitted. I got that from Toy Anxiety. I got the shoulder guards, the armor there, off of Toy Anxiety. It's a slightly different shade, and I intentionally did that because I kind of like the mix of colors. The forearm armor matches or came with. It's part of the set that goes with the chest armor, but it was loose. I just purchased them together at the same time. The sword and sheath comes from the same set. Got that from Toy Anxiety as well. And I made the belt. The sword and sheath didn't come with a belt, so I made the belt, attached it to the sword. My husband made the axe, the battle axe. I painted it. I tried to go for a color that tied in to the slight tones here that you see in the shoulder armor. I think that ended up doing quite well. This is a thin piece of wood that my husband stained and cut, to fit to size for the axe. The boots I got from Toy Anxiety as well, I believe. I think she looks absolutely sharp. And I think I like her better than I like the first Viking that I made. But I like them both. This one just slightly better. I think the color combinations work for me better. So we'll pause now and get some tighter close-ups from here on up, and then for head sculpt. We are back, and I forgot to put her on a tray so you can see her from different angles. I also forgot to show you a spear that my husband made, and I painted the same color as the battle axe, stained the same color. It looks slightly different in the lighting, but believe me, they're the same color in real life. Not just the paint up here, but the stain down here. It may be a little touch too long, but I think it's absolutely cool. Yeah. So anyway, let's kind of do the roundabout. You can see really the chest armor is very nicely form-fitting. That's what caught my eye when I saw this on Toy Anxiety. I said, got to get this armor. And the only thing I switched out was the the shoulder armor with a lighter color, silver. But I do like the chest armor here. The forearm armor is good. I love the sheath and the colors here. See, it matches the basically the battle axe. So she's got her hand on the handle. I think that's a great look for her. Yeah. And you see more of the chainmail, skirt from the back, the bracers on the forearm. Yeah. And that battle axe. That's pretty cool. So there she is. Now we can pause and get some tighter close-ups here and then directly on her face. So we are back, and even though her midsection, her midriff isn't showing, it doesn't really matter because that chest armor is so well fitted. She looks great as is. So I'll turn her around so you can see maybe a bit more of her armor, the designs on it. It may be more visible on the lighter silver in terms of the shoulder armor, but you can also see the battle axe, how the color here really lines up with what's over here on the shoulder armor. There's a little design there on the shoulders. And the skirt, so cool. I like the shading that they did on the armor, all the pieces. The bracers, the forearm armor is actually very nicely done as well. Yeah. She looks wonderful. All right. So we'll pause now and get a real tight close-up of her face. Here's a very nice close-up of her face. You can start to see a few more details in terms of the designs around her neck, above her breast, below her breasts, and also on the shoulder armor. You can see more details there too. This is very nicely done. Here's one last look at the figure we showed today. Here is the female Viking that we showed earlier a couple episodes ago. You saw version 1. This is the most recent version that illustrates the Viking body much more effectively, and I like this version a lot better. So female Viking number 1, female Viking number 2. I truly think the wave of the future is customizing. We'll talk about that a bit more in our next episode. But I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day. Yes, I am back again. And it's not unusual for me to do such things in the sense that sometimes I think I have it figured down and then I think of something and I either want to add or subtract something. And I thought of something last night that I would love to add to this character. So we're filming it today. And that's basically a Viking horn. Now this started out as a gunpowder horn. And my husband was able to take away part of the gunpowder horn covering, and I painted it black. Under ideal conditions, if we weren't afraid of actually ruining this piece, we would drill that open so it truly looked like a horn. But for now, it'll be this way. We will probably look for a 3D model of a Viking horn, and That way it will be more true to form. And that would be an advantage in the sense that we could make it even slightly smaller, because I think this might be a little too big for her. It may not be, but it might be. Regardless, I think it gives it a nice, just a little bit more pop in terms of adding the horn to her outfit. So we're going to pause now, and I'm going to walk you through every piece that was used to make this particular custom in case you want to replicate it. So we'll pause and get set up for that now. So we'll start out with the head. This is a Brie Larson 1/6 scale head sculpt of Brie Larson, or Captain Marvel. I got it off of eBay, I believe, but you can find head sculpts like this on Amazon as well. And that might be the way to go if you can't find a US seller, if you're from the United States like I am, and you don't want to wait 2 to 3 weeks or more for an item to come in internationally. So that's a Brie Larson head sculpt. The boots are next, and this is from Soso Toys, SOO. I think it's called Soso Toys. It's the X Warhead SS TO16 female boots. Now the boots aren't perfect. They have zippers on, and I put them on the inside so you could see the zippers. You can paint over the zippers, or if you just don't like the idea of getting these particular boots, you can find very similar boots without zippers. This happens to be 2 pieces, so you have the foot, which has an opening to place the peg in, and then you have this outer shell that can just follow over the foot. I like these boots a lot. So that was the pair of boots that I used for this particular custom. The chainmail, and I got the boots off of eBay. The chainmail I got off of eBay as well, and it's from Pop Toys. It's a female knight bodysuit. So it's a 1-piece chainmail set with no sleeves. It's just a little extension over the shoulder that fits underneath the shoulder armor. And I got that from someone who doesn't normally sell, I guess, 1/6 scale things, and it was very, very inexpensive. So I got that and used that on her. So let's see. The body. Okay. The body I got from Amazon, again, because I don't like to wait for things. And this was going to be a body, and just as economically priced as you can get from some overseas places. But I would get it in 3 to 4 days. So it's a Fison Limited or TB League body. It's a suntan color and a medium-sized breast. So it's S23B as in boy. And the neat thing is it has like 28 points of articulation, pivot points, stainless steel, internal stainless steel, and the exterior is non-toxic silicone. But what's the coolest thing about this is not just the articulation, but you won't see joints. In the knees, if her knees were showing, you wouldn't see an god-awful joint. You would just see a knee. And she is showing her elbows, so we're not seeing joints with her elbows, which is nice. So that was from Amazon, and that was TB League or Fison Limited. I don't know what to call it. They went through a name change. I don't know which one they're going by mostly now. I think it's Fison, but I could be wrong. The next few things quite a few things actually I got from a place on the internet, a supplier of 1/6 scale loose items called Toy Anxiety. All right, so the body armor, which is silver here, this is actually from the Spartan Army Commander 2.0 version. So look for Spartan Army Commander 2.0 body armor, black. This is this armor here. You can also find it on eBay, but chances are if you go through an internet supplier in your country, it's going to be cheaper and you're going to get it quicker. So this armor is black, okay? Even though it looks silver, it's called black, okay? The bracers are from the same figure, Spartan Army Commander 2.0 version, black. All right, so that's the bracers or the forearm armor. All right, you can also find these things through eBay. It'll probably take you longer to get them if you're ordering them from an overseas supplier. All right, so what else can I tell you? The skirt, also from Toy Anxiety, it's called Saintess, Saintess, Saintess Night, black leather skirt. Okay, and it does look like it's leather. It kind of feels like it's leather, but whether it's leather or not, or leather-like, who knows, but it looks cool. So Saintess Night. Then I got Saintess Night as well, but I got the silver shoulder armor from Toy Anxiety. I just wanted a little color contrast between the body armor, the bracers, and the shoulder armor. So that one is silver. The sword is, again, Saintess Night, and it's black. It's labeled as black. Long sword with scabbard. So, and you know, it says black, but it's definitely silver as well. And in this, there are gold highlights to this sword. You can see it if I turn it a bit better. There's the gold. Yeah. All right. And the shoulders, again, this same model, Saintess Night, but again, silver. And again, skirt black. The sword set black. Saintess Night. All right. All from Toy Anxiety, but again, you can find on eBay as well. The powder horn I got from Zhukov's Attic, another internet supplier. Zhukov's, Zhukovs. You'll see the slide for it too. It's from the Napoleon era, and it's a powder horn and modified to try to kind of look like a Viking horn. So you can also find things like this on eBay as well, but you'll probably pay a lot more than I did. I think it was $7 or something like that for that horn. Yeah, okay, so what else? Oh, the battle axe and the spear. My husband and I collaborated to make these items. He made the spearhead and the axe head and the what's called the pedal or the heel for each item via his 3D printing resin machinery out there in the garage. And then he had 3/16 sized wooden dowels that he stained. this particular color, same color for both items. And then I painted the spearhead, the axe head, and the pedal. So that really was minimal cost, other than a bunch of wooden shafts that we had, or dowels we had gotten a while back. So if you want to replicate this figure, you have everything now you need to know. I think I went through everything. Yep, went through everything. And of course, you can modify it as you see fit. But I hope this helps in case you really, really, really want to have this particular customized figure. Now, I will truly say, have a good day. Take care, everyone.